Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm just going to be going over my swap meet haul as well as stash ads. I've picked up a lot of kits this past month, so I just want to chuck them all into one video and just show you guys and talk about them a little bit. So I'm not going to waste any time because there's a few. Okay, so first up we have AMT's new Ford F100. This is the 63. If you watch the YouTube shorts, I'm not quite sure how they work, but you would have seen that I got this kit. I just wanted to include it, and I want to give another shout out to Monster Hobbies. I'd really recommend checking out their website, and I'm going to leave it in the description. Um, Most people by now have seen this kit unboxed. I haven't seen any built yet, so I'd like to see that if anyone has one. Um, and I have some plans for this. I want to put the camper on the back and make it a like a push car. So yeah. Anyway, on to the next one. This is AMT's 1960 F100. Also picked up from Monster Hobbies. This truck I plan to build like the custom, and I'm not going to open it again. Like I say, you've probably seen multiple people unbox this by now. As soon as this kit was announced and the other one, I was super excited. Both of these kits came out, this one 1960, the other one 1963, and they've never been seen since. So this is super cool. I'm really happy to have this. I just think this looks really cool. I'm really excited to build it. So thank you, round two, and we're going to jump straight to the next one. So next up we have Revell's 32 Ford. I picked this up from Michael's mostly because I was looking online. I'm in a couple of like car Facebook pages and I saw the real life version of this car. Now I did not realize this was based off a real car. I just thought it was just made for the box art, to be honest, but I'm going to include a picture of it right now, and it's the Devil Deuce. So I thought I would just build this as is. I think that car looks really cool. So I've built this as a rat rod. That was the second ever model I built. And I also have one that's in storage basically. And I have chopped the roof. It's metallic gold. It's still a work in progress, but it's coming along slowly. So this was, I think, 23 Canadian. Michael's was having their 40% off everything. This came out in 2020, so I don't need to give you a super in-depth dive as this is a fairly well-known kit. So yeah, pretty happy about that. And I'm going to jump to the next one. I finally picked up the cow drag combo. This has been a growl kit of mine for a while. I just did not want to pay the price that I see them in hobby stores for, which is around 100 Canadian. 3 people were selling them at the swap meet. I didn't think they would be quick sales because they are a bit more pricey. I did a comparison on all the prices. This was still sealed and I paid 80 Canadian, which is more than I wanted to pay personally, as I've seen people pick them up for as low as like I think $15-20 from Ollie's. Canada, as far as I know, doesn't have Ollies, which is a shame, but what can you do? So $80, I mean, we're talking like 20 bucks, 25 bucks a kit plus tax. I'm counting these as individual kits. So I think I got a good deal, and the price that I saw for the others was about 90 to 100. So, and the guy gave me his was like, it was kind of weird pricing. It was like 83.99, but he just gave it to me for 80 flat, which I thought was nice. I'm excited to build this, and I would hope, maybe, I highly doubt anyone from round 2 would be watching, but release the other drag kits, the drag combo kits. There was the Shelby one, there's a Chevelle one, the Indie Drag. I'd like to see those. So I'm just gonna give you a quick glance inside. I know HPI Guys has a build and unbox of this. Actually, there is something I do want to show. I don't know how well it's going to pick up. Let me just move my light. But the underneath of the Galaxy actually has the, here, let me just pull this out. Like the old promo stuff on it. I think that's a really cool feature. I can't really see them doing it now because I guess it's kind of obsolete, but I like that. I think that's really neat. It's kind of different. I've never seen that before. So next up, I picked up a white box with what looks like a coffee stain on it. Next, obviously I'm just kidding. It's the 26 or 27 Torty. I didn't realize when I picked this up that it was actually a Jimmy Flintstone piece, so I'm pretty happy about that. No solid ideas for this yet. I mean, I'll probably take it in a hot rod direction. And speaking of, actually, the guy I purchased this from has the real life version, and he showed me his, and that was super, super cool. So, yeah, Model Ts are my favorite car. I really think it's neat how you like just how versatile they are from, you know, hot rods and stuff. So, on to the next one. So next up, I picked up the Touchtone Terror. This is the new reissue that just came out. And if you know your history, you'll know this is a repop, and also closely related, if not the same kit as the Little Red Wagon, or Little Red Wagon, which, if I'm correct, is an old IMC kit. I'm not quite sure, again, the direction of this. I might pick up a resin body of this, but the van, I think that would look pretty cool, and I like those vans too. And once again, I think HPI Guys has an unboxing. I will say one thing that is kind of unfortunate is in the original, these were molded in plastic, the telephone. I'm not so sure about these parts, but I know for sure the telephone was a plastic piece. They're like cardboard cutouts now, which, I mean, I think it would be cooler to have the plastic, but I guess it's still nice they're included. So yeah, and I paid 40 for this one. I picked this up from, I've done a video, my favorite hobby shop, which is a place in Port Colborne, Ontario. Andy had a little table set up there, and it was pretty close to the door, so that was one of the first places I went, and yeah, I picked this up. So next up, we have the Minicraft Highway Pioneers. This just barely fits. This is 4 kits in one. They're 1/32 scale. You get a Rolls, Model T, Mercedes, and a Stutz. I had a brief conversation with the guy who was selling these, and we were talking about how these are considered to be the very first plastic models. I know Revell had done some of these, but the original company, and he was showing me, I don't know how well, I don't really want to open it because it's all sealed, but the chassis of them will be stamped. Here's one. I don't think you can see it, but I'll take a picture and include it, but they have like the original stamps on them, which I think is cool. I picked these up, $30 Canadian. Something a little bit different. I feel like I usually build 124, but, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, and these also come with the figures, the little people, so that's, I think that's pretty cool. Just seeing if every kit, yeah, every kit comes with them, because I can see half a body right there and a head. So yeah, cool little bit of history as well. There's a guy, I believe it's Max's Models. I'm gonna find it and link it in the description too. But he has a few videos on like the history of model cars and the companies. They're really interesting, and I would, if you're into this and you have some time to spare, I would really recommend watching them. So anyway, I'm gonna jump to the last one. And I think I saved the best till last. So it's the AMT Horsehide Hauler. And if you know baseball, which I don't, you'll know who this guy is. The guy I bought it from was telling me a little bit about him. He won like a bunch of games. He was considered one of the best, and then he got busted for a bunch of stuff like racketeering, extortion. Um, I've not really looked super into it. I just Googled it. I have it written down on a piece of paper. I just think that's interesting. So these kits, I guess, if you're a baseball collector, they're worth something, and if you're a model car collector, they're worth something. As far as I'm aware, this kit has never been reissued, and I doubt it ever will be, especially under this guy's name. There is one. I had a browse online. They call it like a sister kit, which was the surfing van, which, if I'm not mistaken, is basically the same kit. The difference is this has buckets for seats, um, and that ties into our friend Denny. Um, if what I read mentioned someone I think criticized him or didn't agree with something, so he threw a bucket at them or threw a bucket of water. I don't fully remember. My memory's horrible, but yeah, there's like a nod to that, and it's a bucket seat. Um, I don't think the surfing van has that in it, but yeah, both of those kits, as to my knowledge, have never been reissued. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna do a full video on this if that's something you'd be interested in. Like, I really enjoy seeing vintage kits, especially ones that aren't as common. I picked up a couple that I want to do videos on, so it's gonna give you a quick inside view so you can see it's all been really nicely stored and bagged. Even the decals are in like a really good condition. They're not really yellowed, they're not cracked. So yeah, if you'd like a in-depth kind of video on it, I'm more than happy to do that. I don't know, I think it's a cool kit. I'm assuming it's based off an old Ford, maybe an old Chevy or something, and you can get a good look at that. So that's gonna do it for model kits, but I appreciate everybody sticking around and watching. I noticed I hit 400 subscribers, so I appreciate that. Thank you all for watching as always. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. I like talking with you guys. I think it's super fun and I always learn something. So yeah, I'm just going to end it here. So I'll see you in the next one.